Hey guys, and in this video about God's character, we're going to visit just his creativity, his creative sense. And in this video, we're going to go over three things. We're going to go over the earth, we're going to go over the heavens, which is like the stars, the universe, and we're also going to go over ourselves, like people. Okay, that shows God's creative sense. So Genesis 1:1 says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." Okay, so according to space.com, Earth, it has liquid water, plate tectonics, and an atmosphere that shelters it from the worst of the sun's rays. Okay? So, right there, we're already seeing God's creativity and his ability to pay attention even to detail. Because if we didn't have the atmosphere, we would all literally fry. Okay? And it says, through all the other bodies in our solar system, space.com goes on to say that none of the planets that we know of, at least, have life or have the ability to even have life on them. So that's pretty amazing on God's part too, because there's many other planets out there in our own Milky Way, but then even past that, there's probably even more and more and more that we just don't know about. And God made it so that life was on our planet, and the amount of water that we have, the atmosphere, and the amount of land that we have is just right. And you can see throughout our whole world like beautiful things like the Grand Canyon, mountain ranges, and many natural things like even the ocean that are just spectacular things. And that's all God. They all move the way they do because of God, and they all are shaped and they are all um, created that way because of God. So that shows God's creativity. And some of these natural things that scientists can't explain on Earth, that's all God. And so, but before it says Earth, it says God created the heavens. Well, according to ChristianAnswers.net, it says that over like the 10 to the 22nd power of known stars, which that is an insane amount of numbers. That is 10 with 22 zeros. Okay? That is a huge number of stars, and it says each one is unique, and not two stars have exactly the same properties. That's amazing. That is coming up with a new idea. So God came up with a new way to form a star, 10 to the 22nd power. That is an insane amount of stars, an insane amount of creativity. Okay? And lastly, like us as people, we are created by God, and the amount of creativity he used for us is amazing. Psalm 139:13 says, "For you created my inmost being, you knit me together in my mother's womb." And God's word also says that we're created in his image. Okay? So, first of all, like our brain, okay? Our brain is the most complex organ in the human body, and this is just one aspect of our body. There's many other cool things that make our body work the way that they do. But the brain is it says like a jelly-like mass tissue weighing around 1.4 kilometers, and it contains 100 billion nerve cells or neurons. That is incredible. And it produces our every thought, action, memory, or feeling. That's pretty incredible. And God allowed that to happen in one spot. And so just that alone, the brain, is incredible. It's an organ that creates has every memory, has every feeling, and stores up can make our body do any action, and that's just one part of our body. And the rest of our body, have you ever thought about how in the world does it work the way it does? Well, it's God's creativity and knitting us together. And then the fact that we're made in his own image, I wanted to end on. Every person's different. There's something that is unique about your personality that makes you who you are. And yeah, we have a lot of similarities as people, but God did not make you the same as the person next to you or the people that are around you. You were very different. But you were still created in his image. And so we do have that in common together, but you are different, and you don't have to look very far to figure that out. You can go talk to people and realize, oh shoot, we have similarities, but we also have a lot of differences. And so if God took so much time like creating the stars that way, it makes sense that he would also create us very different too. We do have a lot of similarities as people, but we also have differences, and so it's just cool to see God's creative sense all around us and all in our universe, and even where we are, and even with the people that are around us. It's all God. It's all Him. And that's the coolest part about his creativity is he was involved in everything, and he still is involved in everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is a really cool part of God's character, but um, it also like explains like people's creativity. Like it's because we have a very creative God, and so hope that encourages you, and I hope that this even inspires more awe with how great God is and how good He is. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week.